people who got cheated on and left. Did karma found your ex? My ex broke up with me before she left on a 2-week-long summer vacation to see the west coast of the U.S. Turns out she was staying and sleeping with a former FWB from college who was working in the area. She tried to maintain contact and asked me to pick her up from the airport when she got back. I did pick her up and drove her straight to her apartment with her pleading to get back together. The whole way, she was an aerospace engineer, working for a major company and making 6 figures straight out of college. She ended up getting pregnant by a much older guy, married him, quit her job because he doesn't believe women should work, and has like 8 kids with him. He makes nowhere near the amount she was at her old gig, and they are struggling financially with all those kids with his salary, mutual friends. Tell me how miserable she is, and I do feel sorry for her. But she lives with the choices she made. My ex and I just bought our first house, and before we could even move in, she cheated and left me for her coworker. Her relationship was toxic to say the least. They broke up and got back together more times than I could count. Endless arguing and very emotionally abusive. The coworker lied about leaving his girlfriend for my ex and was still secretly living with her. My ex was technically the coworker's boss, and he was slacking off at work, putting my ex in a rough situation. Eventually, she had to quit her job too. Saved their relationship because the other girl was trying to sabotage her career. She moved 2 times for him. She lost the house we bought. To be fair, I also lost the house because of them. They continued dating, and the coworker always put my ex second to his girlfriend. My ex eventually broke up with him for the last time when he got really emotionally abusive. He became a stalker and police had to get involved. So, all within 5 months, my ex strained her relationships with friends and family. Moved 2 times, had to leave her very nice job. Emotionally abused, probably has an abusive stalker for life. Lost a house, lost thousands of dollars, and a bunch of other things. But her biggest karma is she lost me because I treated her amazingly and was 2 months from proposing. Last I heard, she is going through her whole phase. Very sad how it turned out. I hope she makes better choices in the future. Almost 20 years ago, my narcissistic serial cheating ex divorced me. Took my home, my livelihood, and my son, successfully making him as evil and abusive as she is. She remarried, and he divorced her and took her to the cleaners. And she is currently struggling with heavy debt and medical issues stemming from something she caught from one of her apps. I am married to a wonderful, insanely beautiful young woman with a heart of gold who gave me 2 twin angels and recently came by news of a new baby on the way. It took the better part of 2 decades, but karma hit both of us. I don't relish my ex's pain, but I'm glad she's not hurting anyone. I take no joy in knowing she and my son are hitting rock bottom, but it does feel strangely justified. I cheated and I'm living with karma if some people do read this. I know what I did, and I'll get some hate, and that's okay, just hear my story. I apologize in advance. I'm not the best when it comes to writing anything out. I cheated on my ex-BF, I'll call him K, back in 2021. What I did to him was awful, and I'm living with the regret and karma. We were together for about 2.5 years, and honestly, it was an alright relationship. We both were young, immature, and to be honestly a little toxic, but I did love him. Kay was the type that would pick me up, and we would just drive somewhere. I was with him every weekend, sometimes the week of swell since we went to the same high school. During the first year was perfect. We wouldn't fight or argue about anything. Closer to the 2-year mark, it completely changed. We were fighting every weekend about him having to pick me up all the time. I didn't have my license at the time. Or how I would complain that he would never come to see my family, but I had to be over at his parents' house and their family gatherings. How we made up though was through passionate hugging, and it got old. Every time we'd fight, it was just expected to passionately hug. I couldn't talk with him about our relationship, or he'd argue with me that I'm trying to start a fight. Like what? I got tired, but I didn't want to leave him being 18, thinking this relationship was going to be the one that I'm with till I'm old. Little past the 2-year mark, 2021. My dad got a roommate to help him with some bills. I'll call him D. D was a very charming and flirty type of person. I was again 18 at the time, and he was 22. It was an immediate connection when we would talk. We had a lot more in common than my at the time BF. Now, Dee was also a big drinker, and I wasn't. Kay wasn't too big into partying or staying at my house as I mentioned. Dee would be buying a lot of stuff at the LS, and he would just get me some calls, why not I guess. We would stay up all night talking with each other and my dad. I became infatuated with him, and at the time I had practically broken up with Kay mentally, but I wish I had physically before I did what I did. Dee already knew I was dating Kay for a couple years. Fast forward a month or so, I tried to stop talking to Dew, because I knew what I was doing was wrong, but him living at my house made it so hard. Dee would try and talk to me every chance we got, and then I made the mistake of hugging him. After that, Dee would tell me that he loves me, that he wants to be together, while Kay and I were still arguing. I ended up telling Kay what I did, and as expected we broke up and told me to never contact him again. That I did never tried reaching out, but Dee stopped wanting to talk to me as well, unless he was inebriated and wanted a quickie. Dee ends up getting a GF and I'm left there, living with regret on how I could have just fixed my relationship rather than messing up what at the time was way better than what I'm living with now. Fast forward, I'm 21 couch hopping. No contact with my parents or any friends I had. Anytime I step outside, I get looks because someone either know my ex or Dee, small town. I haven't been able to hold a job for more than 10 months. No money to my name and still no license. I've been miserable the past few years. I found out that Dee and Kay both have gorgeous girlfriends, and I can say I'm really happy Kay found someone again. After all that, I'm stuck in a rut and my ex is thriving. So long story short, we do get major karma. My soon-to-be ex-wife was having an affair with my best friend. His wife caught them and showed me a trove of evidence. He was doing very well for himself in real estate, and it appeared as though she had caught a much higher branch. My WS was too deep in the affair fog, nice way of saying head up her ass, to notice I wasn't around much. I worked a lot more and just passed the time until I could confront her. I met with my lawyer and drafted up papers to serve her, separated finances and opened up all new accounts, changed beneficiaries, arranging locksmith and movers, etc. She got served right before I packed her stuff and delivered it to her mom's house. Went public with their affair and changed the locks. Everything spiraled downwards for them after. The other betrayed spouse opened up about his affair, and other betrayed spouse cousin opened up about a P having sex with her. She's underage. He's getting matured now that several other women have come forward about him being a rapey creepo. He's in jail looking at lots of prison just for that, and he's also being accused of embezzling money from real estate investors. Everything he owns is gone. House, kids, cars. They even tracked down his secret accounts and emptied them. And he's getting sued for it. More, I've been helping the other betrayed spouse get on her feet with deposits and first month's rent since we've been friends for 10 plus years, and she's basically homeless with kids now that everything got wiped out. I'm done with college for now and have a degree, maybe grad school way down the road. I don't know. OBS doesn't have a lot of college to finish before she has her degree, so I've been watching her kids while she goes to night school. Her life has been a complete train wreck. Most of her family won't speak to her and blame her for him. The ones that do still speak to her live in another state. I'm the closest thing to family that she has right now. My soon-to-be ex-wife is living with roommates working 2 jobs at big box stores that don't pay much. She's hell-bent on reconciliation. She's been trying like crazy to win me back with calls. I've switched numbers twice and letters. She swears she's a changed person with breakthrough therapy, books, seminars, yada, yada. I don't think she knows I'll never take her back. I don't doubt she's sorry, but sorry for all the wrong reasons. She's sorry she lost her cushy lifestyle and her reputation, not because she humiliated and betrayed me. And I don't want her back. I don't trust her, and frankly don't have much respect either. She hates that OBS and I are friends and support for each other. She's gone so far as to accuse OBS us of scheming to sabotage her and her appease loves with an elaborate plan to ruin them both. She has no real remorse, and it shows. Last year, my ex found out I had been saving money and tried getting me to take her back. She had been bragging to the kids about renovating a new place she was looking to get into, and I finally asked her how she was planning on paying for that and pay back her parents all the dollars she owes. Them as she hasn't worked in over a decade and wasn't getting a cent from me as I have primary custody of our kids. She told me she figured I'd pay them for her when we got back together. I fucking laughed so hard I nearly blacked out. The sheer hubris, you know? I mean, where did she get off cheating on me, then asked me to take her back so I could pay her debt? I told her to fuck off, then bought my kids a fully loaded Odyssey with DVD player and drop-down widescreen monitor. Since then, I've heard she pissed off a good portion of her longtime friends, and she's now a prostitute. I meanwhile am still enjoying my van. Who would have thought? And am living in a really nice place with a pool. I was worried about how her life would turn out without my help for a long time, but screw it. She chose the life she's living. I have no sympathy for her. I knew of an affair that went legit. The in the situation ended up cheating on OW with random women while she was at work. He would use her card left his wife and got with OW, and she began cheating on him. She ended up getting pregnant twice, and he found out the kids weren't his years later. Then divorced his wife that came from a well-off family. Thought he was going to get a crazy payout to run off with Al. Luckily, all the assets were in the name of the wife's dad. He's now broke with no Al. MW cheated on her husband throughout the marriage with her HS sweetheart. The HS sweetheart ghosted her, secretly got married weeks later, and left the state. Her husband was the one to break the news. He knew all along and taunted her for months. Those are stories I know personally. I'll tell you about my ex. Married for 5 years, he had 2 kids from a previous marriage that lived with us. One of my stepsons showed me naked photos of a girl his dad knew on his dad's laptop. I say girl because he was 39 and she was 19. Very quick divorce followed, and he was not happy to get nothing from me. He thought he would get half of my house and retirement funds, all premarital assets. He ended up owing me because he walked away from his car that was financed in my name. Fast forward 7 years, he moved away to be closer to his family, had a couple of kids, and married her. Hasn't held a job in years, got evicted, had to move in with his mom. He just moved back to my town to get his life back together. The jobs he had before were through my connections. So, he's broke, can't find a job, and I'm sure his new little wifey has since realized that the big house and nice cars and financial stability were not from him. Or not, I don't really care. I'm busy hanging out in my big peaceful home and not stressing about his sorry ass. Karma comes eventually, but honestly, they do a pretty good job of messing up their own lives. I've gotten revenge on 2 of the OWs, who I found out my scumbag STB ex-husband was cheating on me with. I'm actually a very forgiving person, so if these women had just been remorseful to me, I would have let it go. But they were both evil, horrible people, so they deserve everything they got, as will he once I'm through with him in the divorce. The first one I played the long game with. She had an affair with my husband while she was single. She knew he was married to me and that I had just given birth. When I confronted her about it, she had zero remorse and was extremely nasty to me. Years later, I saw she was now engaged and had a baby with the new guy. I made a fake social media account pretending to be a man and told her fiancé that she had been cheating on him with me for years. It caused a bunch of drama between her and her fiancé, and I seriously doubt he'll ever trust her now. It also caused one of her best friends to cut her off. The second one was my neighbor, who we had been friends with for many years. Our kids were also best friends with hers. She was even at my wedding. She also had zero remorse and is an extremely manipulative, evil person. I told her husband, who she was separated from, about her affair with my husband. Her husband was friends with my husband. So it was a double betrayal for both of us, and she had left her husband while she was having an affair with mine. And he told her entire family plus all their friends, so she lost quite a few friends over it. I also called up her job and told them all about it, since she had involved her job in the affair. I wrote a Google review of her job, putting her on blast too, and I still get emails saying lots of people are looking at my review. When she still continued starting crap with me, I took a screen recording of all the extremely explicit sexual messages between her and my husband and sent them to all her family and friends on social media. She was extremely pissed about that. As for your ex and the AP, I seriously doubt they're actually thriving. They're both selfish, horrible people who are incapable of decency and loyalty. It's only a matter of time before the relationship goes to shit. Even when they stay together, they'll never fully trust each other, and the relationship will inevitably have a lot of toxicity. They may seem outwardly happy, but appearances are deceiving. And there's no way it's all sunshine and rainbows for them. Behind closed doors, my ex-husband of 16 years cheated on me for a year and a half with a narcissist. We have 2 children together. I divorced him as soon as she called me to tell me about the affair. A few months ago, she called to gloat that she was pregnant. Turns out she also cheated on my ex, and they recently had to establish that he was the father through a prenatal paternity test. Fast forward to a few weeks ago. Turns out her unborn child has several medical complications, and my ex is as miserable as ever with all of the stress. I wish no harm on their unborn child, but seeing them go through the stress and heartache they put me and my kids through feels like divine justice. My husband has had many appease. It turned out, and may still, for all I know. But he's always had a long-term partner. One of the most recent long-term APs was particularly antagonizing me. She was distraught because my husband was cheating on her with me, his wife, and some other women. She got abruptly fired from her job for malfeasance. Her teen son went to prison after committing a particularly vicious assault. Daughter became a stripper. Last I knew, AP was unemployed and seeking to go on disability. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the stories every day. Write comments. Do you believe in karma? See you in the next video.